Alright, so we have a brand new version of Lexy here. Doesn't look overly different, but got a new button here which will do stuff in a little bit. We have a new weight system, so, over time the different mascots will show up, with less time between when they show up, just shorter droughts between when any particular mascot shows up, and, with the new mascots having a bit of a higher percentage in the whole weight system. And of course, 2 new mascots, and 1 new very special mascot. So, let's go ahead and see what we get up first. Well then, that is amazing. Let's go ahead then. Okay. So yes, Nintendo did actually license this to port themselves, even though that's kind of a little unusual for them to do for stuff that they did not create themselves. Their art history has come to be known, started on that a bit too late. Something about the beginning in disguise. Come to be known that the end is merely a beginning in disguise. I see. When war overtook the entire planet, some thought the true end had come. However, some saw this end as a beginning when they realized a wizard was doing things. A group of humans had acquired magical abilities once considered. Well, this is certainly a different intro here. Legendary. Talent was, dang it, I'm missing the text and... It's going by a bit faster, but still not fast enough for the other screen to be catching up and, doing things like that there. Oh well. Not all of the magicians that entered this new dawn of magic spent their energies on restoring life to the world. One called Dragonia chose to combine his magical abilities with the shunned ways of technology. Well, that explains a thing or two about the end of the game. This combination of magic and technology allowed Dragonia to grow in power and force his evil will upon the rest of humanity. 4 brave magicians, Zebu, Tornell, Asina, and Kensu, were determined to stop Dragonia. They forged 4 swords from the basic elements of wind, fire, water, and thunder. Joining these swords would create the Sword of Crystalis, the mightiest sword ever created. Before the swords could be combined, Dragonia seized them and hurled swords throughout the land. The 4 magicians thought a second ago they were warriors. All hope was lost. They were yet to learn of the prophecy of the 2 sleeping warrior magicians. This prophecy told of 2 sleeping warrior magicians, didn't you just say that? Who would only awaken to oppose the powers of technology once all magical hope had been lost. You are one of these warrior magicians, and your quest is to find the 4 swords and join them in order to form, presumably, the Sword of Crystalis, and stop Dragonia's reign of terror. So, that kind of goes way more in-depth into the story, kind of, takes the story that sort of existed in the original game and sort of lays out every plot point and says, this and this and this and this is what is going on here. So, not really leaving it up to the player to figure things out or learn as they go, more just, here's everything. Okay, so far, how are we doing on sound? Can you guys hear the music of the game today? Okay. Oh, and welcome, Em. We happened to get your poll right off the bat. That was amazing. So yeah, this is absolutely not the music for the Village of Leaf, so, you know, maybe they didn't get all the rights to the game when they licensed it. Maybe they only got, you know, the story and the graphics. Let's see, does this little girl say this is the Village of Leaf? This is very important. God damn it, game. You had one job. Well, yeah, that would be why the Game Destroyers don't visit Game Boy Color games, but instead NES games. Well, a plus point for the game, you know. At least they're taking advantage of the fact that you can do a lot more with dialogue on the Game Boy Color than you could on the NES, so people are actually saying things in a coherent fashion, instead of, you know, 3/4 of a sentence crammed into a single text box. Also add some things that are just, you know, a little bit unnecessary, just extra flavor, I suppose. Oh hey, cool. I only have vague recollections of what to do and where to go. I'm pretty sure of a lot of stuff, though. Hooray!
Sword of Wind.
Don't know what to say about that little sound clip that happened there, but okay. Definitely added some flavor to the characters there, the NPCs. Oops. Interesting. And I don't remember exactly how, but I do remember that either that particular rabbit or some other rabbit down the line is in fact rather important. Well, I know I think it's in like Chiron or something, or maybe just outside of that. There is an important rabbit, but I think there is also one of the rabbits in that area. Holy hells, this music! This music is so unfitting! Oh my dear sweet lord, wow. Seriously, this sounds more like something like Conker's Pocket Tales. Seems like it would be a fitting place to find this music. Just something amazingly happy and upbeat. Just like, yeah, going to pick some flowers today. I might stop off, you know, to pick up a quart of milk or something. This is not set out to save the world adventure music. So yes, for the time being I should be okay. I think I mostly remember where to go and what to do, but I'm pretty sure that cave is where we will find Zebu or Zebu, and, you know, get our first magical doohickey. Pretty sure that'd be the ball of wind that we're looking for there, which will allow us to charge up to level 2, which will be nice. Get past certain obstacles, and I'm noticing enemies are not respawning. So, that's gonna make grinding a hell of a lot more annoying. Let's just take a quick peek in here and see if that is, in fact... This sounds very similar to something else. This sounds almost identical to the music from Star Tropics. The first one, when you're in a room that has medicine or other healing items. Just one of those safe room kind of areas. Except I've been asleep. How can he affect me when I was frickin' in this whatever majig thing that was containing me? Bit of exploring. We're gonna have to purchase an alarm flute to wake up the guy who will, you know, let us into that windmill. And we will need to find the windmill key. And I believe the pathway to the next town will be blocked by one of those barriers that requires us to have the level 2 charge. Wondering how much or if at all, the grinding has been adjusted, because the original game was kind of a major grind fest. Just the amount of time you had to spend out in the fields murdering enemies. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad then. I remember we do need to be level 5 to kill the first boss, but I think that's a little way away still. But yeah, just ridiculous amounts of time spent in leveling up and getting money for all of the various things. Okay, it's looking good so far. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's neatly organized now. See how that goes then. Let's actually go into the armor shop. Okay. Alright, so now we have goals there for things we can buy. And... oh. No alarm flute, I could have sworn. And somebody in the stream audience predicted the confusion as to the lack of the alarm flute. Very nicely predicted there. Oh, kind of wondering how this is going to turn out now. Kind of wondering how I took damage there. Apparently hitboxes are kind of enormous. Yeah, you don't have a hitbox sprite, like, you know, in the shape of your sprite. You have a hitbox, which is a box, and, you know, corners being touched is enough to actually hurt you, and that's just kind of terrible. the windmill that we're gonna be trying to get into. And I really could have sworn that there was a cave right here. So there's his cave. I'm pretty sure that this will be the one that brings us into the windmill. Let's go ahead and explore around it here a bit. There's the dude. We have to wake up to, you know, have him give us the key to get into the windmill, because it's not locked. Oh, well, I guess we need the thing to start it still then. Okay, so, let's explore around further, and maybe that cave next to the windmill will only start or open up when the windmill itself has started. So let's see what's in this cave. I have no real recollection of this even being a thing before. And again, just wow, this music. This music is kind of ear-splitting. It's terrible. Okay, so, yeah, that explains that. So I'm wondering then if, alarm flutes will even be a usable item anywhere else except for this particular situation. I'm pretty sure you could use them on enemies and they would have some kind of effect. I don't really remember what they did, but, you know. Kind of remember that being an option and why they were sold in stores, but suppose we'll find out as we go. I'd have to make a for this sprite animation I would have to, you know, take loads of screenshots and really analyze it, because it looks like they did increase the sprite animation, because I know before, as we know from the character Ace from Game Destroyers, that it was basically a 2-frame walking animation no matter which direction he was facing. So yeah, I think, pretty sure they did improve on that. Why am I going this way? We want to be going up this way. Also, how close are we? Oh, 20 away. Guessing it's, yep, 1 for the slimes, 2 for the tigers. Did not pay attention at all whatsoever to what they were for the, green slug things in the cave. Probably more than the tigers, but I'm not really certain. Okay, so that is the wrong section. Okay. Okay then. So, you know, presumably he was in some kind of enchanted sleep and, you know, couldn't be woken up any other way except with this very oddly shaped windmill key. Don't even know what that's supposed to be. And cave opens, there we go. yeah, I will go ahead and grind up at least to level 3 before we head out. May have to go further than that, because I don't remember exactly where the first boss is. And again, I will say that the whole enemies not respawning in the screen that you're in is going to make grinding such a pain in the ass for this. Just always having to, you know, go out into some other screen and come back to get enemies back. Definitely preferred it of, you know, you just wander around a couple seconds and hey, they're back again. You know, it'd be like in a Final Fantasy game if you could eventually not have random battles. Oh, it was a curse then. Thanks for telling me now after this. Oh, I would have thought I would have had to, visit him to, you know, learn the spell, but okay, we just got it from his, you know, magical teleported hologram. Seriously, this sounds so much like that Star Tropics song. Curious now if it will indeed be level 5, because I know in the NES version, like, it wasn't so much, you know, RPG. If you weren't level 5, you would have a tough time of it. It was more a strict, if you weren't level 5, you could not damage the vampire at all. Maybe it's level 4, I kind of don't remember now. I might have gone in one level higher than was actually needed, but either way, it was more an absolute requirement than it was a suggestion of what level to be. And I'm very curious if they kept that the same for this version or not. Also, yeah, let's just head on in and see what we find. No, let's not walk away from, you know, free experience now that they only take one hit. No, missed out on a little bit of money. Oh well. What are we at now? Anyways, oh, 200. Alright, so we can pick up our new, armor and shield now. Oh, well then. I was just informed that, the sword resistances are gone. That was a very big thing in the original, how certain enemies could only be killed by certain element swords, especially as you're getting into this sort of second area of the game where you pick up the Sword of Fire. There are a lot of enemies in that area which are only vulnerable to the Sword of Fire. And now apparently every enemy can be killed by any sword. So that's pretty nifty. So, seems pretty tapped out there. Let's go get our equipment and see if we can't, you know, manage the boss at level 3.